Hey guys, today is the third of the series on how to hire a designer. And if you haven't checked out my other two videos, you might want to take a look at the first one, which is why you would hire a designer. And the second one is when you would want to bring a professional onto your project. And how is about understanding the distinctions between the different design professionals, how you'd look for one, and then how you go about actually bringing them on board for you. So I see a lot of people that aren't in our business that don't understand the distinctions between the different design professionals. And what I thought I'd do today is kind of cover who does what best so that that helps you make a better decision about what kind of professional you're going to need for your project. So I'm putting up a chart here, and this sort of gives you a breakdown of the best strengths of each of the design professionals. First category here that we have is the decorators. And the decorators are the types of professionals that typically handle the things that go into a space. So if you think about it that way, it's things like furnishings, art, rugs, accessories, etc. If you are simply doing a quick fluff on a living room or something like that, a decorator is a perfect person to hire for that type of job. The next category really are designers or interior designers. And designers can also do the work of a decorator in terms of handling all the items that get specified to go in. But they also are much more involved in the planning, the layouts, how the space feels from the inside, and the interior construction details, such as things like flooring, wall finishes, millwork, plumbing and lighting fixtures, of course window treatments, things that get installed as well. And those significantly affect how a space will eventually look. The next category over are designers that specialize in what we call interior architecture, which involves things that are a little bit more complex. Things like planning and spatial adjacencies, traffic flow patterns, lighting, foot candle calculations, code compliance, and project and construction management on an extensive level. Then the next category that we hit is actually an architect. Now, architects can be involved in some of the interior selections, and sometimes they actually have interior designers that they have on their staff to help you out with some of those things. But in honesty, their main core competency is actually in designing and developing the actual structure. And of course, producing a building that meets codes and health and safety requirements for you. So if you're planning on building a new home or doing a significant renovation, like adding a second floor, you definitely want to speak to your interior designer because you'll want to be bringing on an architect for that part of the project, and you want to make sure that everybody is going to work well together on your team. Okay, now that you know the difference between the design professionals and which one might work best for your project, now you have to actually go out and go through the process of hiring. So there's four main things that you want to do there. One is you want to research their work. And there's lots of great platforms like Instagram, House, and their websites and things online, so you can really take a look at that. The next thing you want to make sure you do, read their reviews, especially if they're not somebody who's coming to you from a direct referral. The reviews will tell you a lot about how they've worked with other clients, and you want to see if that trues up for you and makes sense for you. Third thing to look at is their accreditations and credentialing. Many professional designers, such as myself, are members of professional organizations like ASID or IIDA, which actually require ongoing certification programs so that we stay up to date on all the new things that are coming up. So that's a good thing to look for as well. The last thing, of course, is actually you really want to talk to them in person. So if it's a designer that you've selected that's out of your geographic area, be sure and get on a FaceTime or a Skype call with them or something and look them face to face and make sure that you feel comfortable and you're comfortable with the idea that they can deliver your vision for you and that you feel like that this would be a good working relationship. That's so important because hiring a professional like a designer, it's a little like getting married for about 6 to 9 months. So you want to make sure that you feel really comfortable with someone. Now, if you have questions about what we've already covered, please comment. I answer every comment. And of course, hit the subscription button, ring the bell, and if you like what you heard, please feel free to share with friends. We love it when people share. Thanks so much, and I look forward to seeing you soon.